Wagwan guys, I just received a message in my inbox asking what is so special about Jamaican men. So I thought I would take a second to tell you guys, based on my own personal experience, my Jamaican man is incredible. I'm gonna say in general, like most Jamaican men know how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to do the laundry, they won't stress you, they don't cheat, they're honest. And my Jamaican man, he is the best, guys. He's the best in the whole world. I'm so blessed to have him. He's the best cook on the planet. He's sweet, he's vulnerable, he's open, he talks to me about everything, he makes me step into my feminine energy, he knows how to lead, and he just makes me feel like the most beautiful person on the planet. So all this to say, if you have never dated a Jamaican man, give that guy a chance. Open up your inbox, open up the DM, you might just fall in love.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, if you are planning to date a non-Jamaican or a non-Jamaican man, this is a video for you. So let's all continue watching this video until the end, then I come back with more comment. Kindly, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like, and also comment.
Listen, I have a piece of advice for all my ladies who are thinking about getting with a Jamaican man. Because Jamaican men are usually very loyal. They don't cheat, they treat the woman well. But it depends on where in Jamaica they're from. So please pay attention to that. Don't get fooled. Anytime a man tell you that he's from Kingston, run. Kingston man, there's treat bad, there's horn, there's run a bunch of girl. But if you say he's from somewhere like Mandeville, marry him one time. Mandeville man is good man to have. So make sure you check in where they're located in Jamaica. Don't just take a Jamaica man just so it depends on where. Kingston, run. Mandeville, marry.
Let me get something good. For my non-Jamaican women looking to date Jamaican men, I want to let you know something. You are not ready. You will never be ready. You don't understand this level of man. This specimen. We don't understand ourselves. The Jamaican, we don't know what this is that God gave to us, but we've taken it anyways. But these are uncharted waters that you, out of your decision making, you're deciding to do this. To let you know, darling, that if peace is what you want for your life, you have to run in the opposite direction. And if you want to lose like 30 to 40 pounds in 2 to 3 months, date a Jamaican man. If you want to find the Lord, date a Jamaican man. If you want to suffer from PT, Bomboclat, SD, date a Jamaican man, okay? But you say you want peace? Sis, no. This is a different level of demon. Through the adaptation process, over time, Jamaican women, we've built a lining in our belly, in our stomach, strong enough to deal with the slackness from Jamaican men. And even then so, we still struggle. That's why we try to kill them half the time, you know? But really? So is this what you want for your life, sis? I mean, listen here. If you say this is what you want, fine. I'm just going to wish you the ultimate best on this endeavor, as this will be the hardest feat of your life. Okay? And also, I will just bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you and give you all his strength. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need all of it.
And let me tell you why. They cheat, they lie nonstop. They are so good at gaslighting you. Their egos are so big and they like to have them fed. And they are smooth talkers and charmers. I have always been attracted to West Indian men, especially Jamaican men. I have been to Jamaica more than a dozen times, but don't get it twisted. It's not to look for a husband or a boyfriend. I love the country, the people, the food, the culture. Not looking for a partner. I have had lots of experience with Jamaican men because I do meet them and I do like them and I guess they like me. And so it happens. I'm beginning to see a pattern with these men that I thought as a foreigner I would have a different perspective, a different experience. But as it turns out, it looks like I'm having the same experience as many Jamaican women. This cheating and lying nonstop. It's so common that a male Jamaican friend once told me that it's so common that it's accepted, it's almost widely accepted by both men and women in the culture. Which makes me sad because Jamaican women are so strong, they're so fierce, they're so beautiful, that I would never think that they would accept something like that. But obviously, I do not have the same culture. So there are things that I will not understand about how the culture works. And maybe they don't. Maybe they don't accept it. Maybe this guy was full of shit, like the rest of them. Connection to that is they are smooth talkers and charmers. They will tell you, oh, you're the only one in my life. I want you to be my wife. I want to have your children. I will do anything for you. I will marry you tomorrow. Ladies, especially foreigners, take it with a grain of salt. Listen to what they say, but don't believe it, because it's not true. A wise friend once told me, what the hell could a man possibly want from a foreigner when they have all these beautiful Jamaican women in Jamaica who they can fuck every day if they want to, who can make food for them every day if they want to? What would they want with you who's from a different country? Yes, you can tell me, oh, it's a different connection between us. It's a special connection. But really, think about it. They have such big egos and they like to have them fed. Here's an example. I was talking to a Jamaican man and his ego was so big and he liked the idea that somebody, me, had strong feelings for him, who was in love with him. And so no matter how toxic he must have known he was and how much he knew he must have been hurting me, he wouldn't let me go. He kept trying to pull me into him again and again and again because he knows that it makes him feel good knowing that I would come back and that I would still have the same feelings for him. I think that's what they do because it makes them feel good. Also, and this gentleman deserves a special mention, although he's not Jamaican, he's Trini. I was engaged to this man a long, long time ago. He cheated on me with at least 10 women. And the only reason how I knew it was at least 10 women was that one of the women who he cheated with realized that he was cheating on her. So she sent me all the names of the other women. Now let me tell you something else about this man. He would come visit me here in Canada. And so he asked her to buy something for me that he could carry for me. And you know what it was? It was a mortar and pestle. Yes, a mortar and pestle. We're talking #1 classic guy here, ladies. Jamaican men, you know, they're good as friends. They're good to have drinks with. They're good to hang out with. They're good to be a pump. However, be very careful. Do not, and I repeat, do not let your hearts touch them with a 10-foot pole, because you're going to regret it. You're going to get yourself hurt. Learn from my experience. Learn from your past experience. Learn from all our mistakes. And just set yourself.
I know I bash Jamaican men a lot, but this trip is making me think that maybe I could date a Jamaican man. So I've been on a trip with multiple people over the last few days, working in Jamaica and showing the world how beautiful Jamaica is. I have met several Jamaican men and women, many of which have been refreshing and have shown me what healthy masculinity looks like. And coming from the US, you don't know, say that no normal at all. The last 5 days, I've experienced so many examples. Number one, I was at a waterfall, you know, leaving wet, drenched, tired. You have to now hike downwards for 30 minutes to get back to the car. I was taking my time to get my shoes and everything together, and one of the males there, I said to him, hey, you can hurry up with the rest of the group. I'm going to take some time to get my life together. You know, I have a lot of stuff. I never pack light. And he looked at me and said, if you think I'm going to leave you here by yourself, you are mistaken. In patois. And I was like, thank you. Like, I'm so used to feeling like I have to rush because I don't like people to wait for me. And it was so refreshing and kind for him to just calmly state, I'm going to be here. I'm not in a rush. You're good. We had another male in the group whose job is to pretty much make sure everything is aligning. We're moving to schedule. He is very clear on what he wants, and he makes sure that the logistics of everything falls into place. But he still is open enough to hear your opinion. So at one point he asked me, because we were going to do a tour of Devon House, which is like the home of the first Black Jamaican millionaire, which is on the same compound as an ice cream shop. And he's like, hey, Jess, do you think we should do the ice cream first or the tour first? And I said, I think we should do the tour first so we can fully immerse ourselves in that and then just have the ice cream after. So that's like our treat. We can take our time. If it gets messy, whatever, we're good. And he's like, all right, cool idea. And I was thinking to myself, wow, I don't normally see men who are okay passing the baton or caring about your opinion or wanting to know what you think. Plus, especially when they're running the show, like, we gonna do what I want to do, and you better not interrupt. There was a male who, every time we went on a flight of stairs, we were in any capacity, you know, it's a few women and a few men, he always went to the side and went like this to gesture, you can walk in front of me, I'm gonna take my time and go behind you. And it wasn't in a performative way, like I'm gonna do this grand bow. It was more like, I respect the fact that you're a woman and you're feminine, and as a man, I take dignity in following you. And I was like, yes. And I noticed this immediately on day one, because that doesn't usually happen. So we're on an island off the coast of Negril, and it's raining all day. We have some people preparing food for us, and we're just waiting on the food. So one of the men that was creating the food and the lobster, the shrimp, the chicken, whatever, he was really sweet to me. I could tell he was attracted to me, but he was keeping it cordial. So there was another man from a group nearby who apparently kept walking back and forth behind me, but I didn't see him because I'm just vibing, chilling, having my own time. And the man looked at him and said, yo, brother, you're going to say something or not? Like, hey, dude, are you going to talk to her or not? And then he was like, in patois, you just staring at her and being creepy instead of just like being a man and saying something. Like, what are you going to do, weirdo? Like, be a man or keep it moving. And then I saw the guy walked away and left. And I was like, yes. First of all, I hardly see men in the US call out other men. Secondly, he did it out loud with no fear of repercussion. And it reinforced to me, like, a man who's not afraid to speak his truth, call out other males and say when something is normal or not. And I was like, man, I can't remember the last time I've experienced anything like this. In the US, men are like, every man for himself. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna do what I'm doing. And my last example goes to our photographer, who was taking so many photos of everybody, and me especially. And I was like calling him impromptu to say, hey, can we take pictures here? Can we take pictures there? Because we're at a resort with beaches, and I have all these clothes and things that I've packed, and I'm just trying to get my shoots in here and there. And one morning I called him, and I was like, hey, can we meet on the beach? He said, give me 15 minutes. I go out there, 15 minutes past, 30 minutes past. I call him again, like, hey, where are you? Are you coming? I'm getting worked up because I also have a massage scheduled. He shows up on the beach and he shoots me. No, he shows up on the beach and he's like calm and relaxed. I'm like, hey, where you been? I'm kind of worked up. He's like, hey, I was at breakfast. They took forever with my bill, but I'm here now and I'm ready to shoot. And here's a glass of water. And I was like, wow. And instantly I was calm. I was understanding. I was like, I appreciate someone who can articulate himself and calm you down and not get worked up with you. Because a lot of times I've met men who can't do that. You're a little frustrated, they want to get more frustrated, and they can't stay stoic in their masculine energy to just speak calmly, reassure you, and let you know, hey, we're good, we can move on. And you just go, okay, let's do it. So to the Jamaican men out here that have bashed for many years, I apologize. And for the men that are setting great examples of masculinity, I want to thank you. I may do a part 2 because I'm pretty sure there are a lot more moments that are going to come back to me. But I'm clocking it. Love y'all.
Okay, so I'm dating a Jamaican, right? And I was like, he told me bumbleclot, and I was like, what? And I said, hey Google, what does bumbleclot mean?
Bumbleclot, also spelled bumbleclot or bumbleclot, is a highly vulgar and offensive Jamaican patois slang term. Here's a breakdown of its meaning and usage. Literal meaning. It literally translates to butt cloth, referring to a menstrual cloth before disposable pads were common, or toilet paper. Figurative meaning, and most common use. It's primarily used as a strong expletive. It's often used as an interjection to express shock, anger, disgust, dismay, frustration, surprise, insult. It can also be used directly as an insult towards a person, similar to calling someone a douchebag or asshole. Cultural context. It's a common curse word in Jamaican patois and other English-based Creole languages. Its taboo nature likely stems from the association with bodily waste and menstruation. Offensiveness. Yes, it is considered very offensive and vulgar in Jamaican and Caribbean culture. While it has sometimes been picked up in internet slang or hip-hop culture, its original and primary use is as a strong profanity. Using it incorrectly or
So I was like, what? Google knows that?
Jamaican men don't date. You go a yard, or you go on one party up here, and you have a 1-2 talk with a man. Probably like him a little bit and him like you. Wanna exchange number in less than 24 hours, you know, the man there tell us, yeah, fame, you belong to him. And best believe, yeah, woman. Some tell people, man, me say, you know, you're sad and depressed and have confidence issues and don't feel like yourself. Take a trip, go to Jamaica. You walk on the road and it sound like a beer bus tire fall back of you. Psst, niceness. Psst, nice girl. That's why enough Jamaican men they are firing. And enough of them they are married and all type of, because the woman them up here them just love them Jamaican man. Cause when you up here now, you date American man and them thing there, you know, the woman them, some of the woman them get tired. Because some of them take 1 year, 6 months, 3 years before you hear say you and them in a one relationship. And the woman them up here them tired of it, so them go to Jamaica and them get them a man. Yeah man, Jamaican men don't date. In less than 24 hours you will know. You will know. You gonna hear who you belong to.
Look at this message that I got all because I said that the white women that go to Jamaica to go find love should be studied. And I'm not taking it back. And I'm gonna further expand on this argument because a lot of, you know what happens? Some of these women that go to Jamaica, right, to go find love as if nobody in the America or the UK or wherever they're coming from, right? They come and they sell this false lifestyle that they live. They come to Jamaica and then pal off and they spend all this money, and when time they bring back these men to their country, is they see a complete different person, because the money that they were spending back in Jamaica they can't spend it here because they have to pay your bills. Some uno dead in a debt come to Jamaica and go, let's say, not have time to bring back the man them come America, right? And this is the man them start different because you guys sold them this lifestyle as if they're gonna come here and live the best of the best of life. Me, so when them come there and them use, you know, I do not care. Don't come on here with your sob story, because again, I know 9 out of 10 times you guys are asking people what you guys think, and when they say that they think that they're using you guys, I don't want to say that they're jealous. I'm not taking back anything.
You see, when you enter a Jamaican relationship, you see whether you're about to date a Jamaican, whether it's a woman or it's a man, remember to read the fine prints. Remember to read the fine prints. Remember to read the manual. Remember to read the study guide. You understand what I try to say to you? Jamaican relationship is not for the weak. You understand? When you're in a Jamaican relationship, it can't done so easy. People mash up for 10 years and find back then we're together on the 11th year. You understand what I try to say to you? In a Jamaican relationship, if you never plan to get cross, angry, miserable, you will. Jamaicans are not to be played with. But when you find yourself with a real true Jamaican who in love with you, who want you, who need you, them not gonna ever diss you. Them not have nowhere going. You understand? When you find a Jamaican will love you, them are gonna wash and cook and clean for you. Nobody can diss you. Them are ride out with you until the end of times. That is it about a Jamaican who's in love. Remember me tell you that.
Okay, babe, so let's talk about dating a Jamaican man. Girl, it's not for the weak and it's definitely not for the boring. Let me tell you right now, if your heart rate doesn't spike at least 3 times a week, you're not dating a real Jamaican man. First of all, communication. Baby, get ready to decode. You ask him a simple question like, where were you? And somehow you end up talking about how Jamaica is a beautiful island, full of culture and blessings, but still no answer to your question. But one thing about him, he will gas you up. You walk past him in a bonnet and crusty lip balm, and he'll be like, babes, you're a queen, empress, a whole goddess of the earth. And you'll be sitting there like, maybe I'm the chosen one. But don't get too comfortable, because the minute you try to argue, he hits you with the classic, me not argue with you. You know, they have their unique accent. Like, sir, we are in the middle of an argument. Don't spiritual Zen king me right now. And don't get me started on music. If you cannot handle 7 different Vibes Cartel songs like in a row, you're not ready. There's not such thing as chill Sunday. It's bass, rhythm, and he's trying to grind on you while you're washing dishes. But for real, if he loves you, he's gonna treat you like royalty. He'll be your protector, your hype man, your personal chef, because baby, no one cooks like a Jamaican man. Jerk chicken, ackee and saltfish. Next thing you know, you're googling how to make rice and peas from the scratch. So yeah, dating a Jamaican man is chaotic, passionate, a little confusing, but never ever boring. Just make sure you don't try to outstubborn him, because girl, you will lose.
Most white women are interested in black guys. More white women are openly dating black men, and it's not by accident. This growing interest comes from a mix of attraction, exposure, and changing mindsets. Many white women find black men physically appealing, confident, and emotionally expressive. With the global influence of black culture through music, fashion, and sports, curiosity has turned into genuine interest. It's also about feeling valued. Some white women say they feel more appreciated by black men, respected, seen, and loved in ways they didn't expect. This shift isn't about a trend or fetish. It's a sign of progress, where people are choosing love beyond race.
I think my type is physically the opposite of me, so dark hair, dark skin, dark eyes. Like, that's what I like.
Black men or white men? You want the Morris Chestnut or the Ashton Kutcher?
Nah, give me a black man for sure. Give me a black man. Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not really the type to date a white man. No.
No Ashton Kutcher for you?
Honestly, even in my own race, like, you know, like, I can't date a light skin, like, I can't. I gotta drink, you know, that caramel, you know, that little chocolate, you know.
So what you like about black men?
Everything. It's not one specific thing. It's everything. Everything comes with everything. With everything, for sure.
Jamaican men will spot you and they won't even court you. They won't even like build up slowly. They will spot you and tell you that they want you to be their wife immediately. I have never met the biggest love bombers until I met a Jamaican man. Now tell me why I'm at a kid's birthday party and I see a little girl crying and instantly, mommy instincts click immediately. So I go and pick her up. I'm like, where's your mommy? She's like, oh, my mommy's not here, but my daddy is. So I'm comforting her because she's crying. So I think like one of the kids knocked her over. So I'm like, okay, let's go find daddy. Mind you, the dad was watching me the whole entire time from across the room. So I'm going up to people. I'm like, hey, like, do you guys know who her dad is? Hey, are you dad? Are you dad? The dad is just watching me, not saying a word. I turn a corner, I lock eyes with somebody, and he's like, I'm the dad. But he looking at me like in a seductive way. And so I didn't know it was really seductive yet. In my head, I thought he was looking at me like, why do you have my child? So I'm like, okay. So I walk over, and I hand him the child. I was like, one of the kids knocked her over, so she started crying. I think she just needed to be comforted. And then he looked at me, and he was like, you be a good stepmother. Huh? I said, oh, no. I already have 2. I'm okay. He said, I said stepmother. And I said, no, sir. And I had to walk away. Okay?
They don't eat them. Like, literally, the female plum, well, the Jamaican guys, they don't go near it. They don't like it. They don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, they're hot dog, all clean, all good, all fine. Woman is expected to do, you know, get the hot dog out the kitchen, bish bash bosh. It's something to do with hygiene. It's a cultural thing. So if you like the plum stuff, don't go for a Jamaican guy. I'll be honest though, there are like a few, because I know women are going to go, well, I dated a Jamaican and he loved the plum. That's because he probably had American cultural influence or British cultural influence, because honestly, American men and English men are not super hygienic all the time, and they will dive right in there and taste all the plum. Like, it's not a problem for them. It depends on the culture. If they've grown up in Jamaica, they ain't gonna go near it, to be quite honest with you.
Jesus Christ. I didn't think that I'll be getting on this subject again. I'm sure y'all have seen some of my videos where I drop tips on dating Jamaican men. Now, people get offended because they think, oh, what makes you the expert of dating Jamaican men? Red. But my experience and my tips are catered to American women or women that are not of Jamaican descent. So if that's not you, then this video doesn't pertain to you. I get a whole heap of inboxes from women that are not Jamaican asking me tips, information, and things on Jamaican men. So first things first, ladies, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to love yourself to the top tier before dating anyone, and especially when dating a Jamaican man. Because some of the inboxes and things that I get it gives me, maybe you could possibly be struggling with self-esteem issues. Once you have conquered your self-esteem to the highest extreme, you will know when people are playing games with you. When you love yourself to the highest extreme, you will know when somebody's playing games with you, and you will also know what you are and you won't tolerate. Let me tell you one thing about a Jamaican man. They do not like women nag. They don't like that. So if you nag and you don't know how to effectively communicate, dating a Jamaican man is not going to be for you. Also, don't go through no man's phone. Jamaican men, American men, all those different men. Don't go through nobody's phone, because if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. And also, if you go looking for something and you find it, are you going to be mentally prepared to leave him alone? Why don't you just choose happiness, choose peace, and in your head, what you got to think is you're the baddest bumblecot, bad top gal him ever had. And you put the pooms on him so good, you wouldn't even be thinking about another gal, or if he's doing this and if he's doing that. When you're a confident woman, you're not thinking about those things. And if you start thinking about those things, go get a job. Go get a second job. Go get a third job. That's the farthest thing that should be going through your mind, is who he with, what he doing, and all this stuff. Ray. That shouldn't even be crossing your mind when you know that you a bumblecot bad gal.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you have really watched that full clip, how this video is really highlighting those ladies. These ladies are really mad in love with Jamaican men, because some of them, they are said out of experience how they experience in Jamaican men. Some of them, they are advising how don't date a Jamaican man, because Jamaican has been one of the most loved country across all over the world. And starting from, apart from coming out with the culture and other things, also love, in terms of love, Jamaican men, they have been so trending all over the world because of their compliment towards the tourists. And Jamaica having one of the best tourist destinations in the world, it has really attracted so many people, and so many people really coming to Jamaica in terms of the tourists, seeing beaches. And when they just come in that area, some of them really fell in love with the Jamaican men and the Jamaican women. So in this video, it highlighted most of them, they are really a Jamaican man, a Jamaican woman advising their fellow women if they are really not ready to date a non-Jamaican, be ready, because most of tourists, when they come in Jamaica, they really fall in love with the Jamaican men. And also, Jamaica being known in the world, it has really attracted also people all over the world really love Jamaica. People love Jamaica and then also love their Jamaicans. And some of them, they have really telling us how they experience in marriage in the Jamaican men. So like that Jean, Miss Jean is she's telling us how she really got in love with the Jamaican man and whatever. And also that lady, she's trying to tell us how she has been in Jamaica for so many years, because her work is going to Jamaica doing tourists, and that's make her meet with some Jamaican men. And one of the things that I know how Jamaican men they normally behave. Jamaican men is all about confidence, because these people is the most confidential people in the world. No other country that has a confidential people like Jamaica, and this has led so many people coming out and tell how Jamaica is so confidential, because we have also witnessed some ladies coming to Jamaica and got healed through Jamaican, because Jamaica themselves, they don't fear anybody, they just compliment. And also you have seen how that lady, how he's trying to explain how she really fell in love with Jamaican men, because Jamaican men, they are the most compliment men in the world. So foreign women really coming out and tell us how they really fall in love with Jamaican men, and they are advising, if you are not ready to date a Jamaican man, you will see how these people would be. And that's how Jamaican men, they have been really trying as much as possible to come out and do compliment. And also we have seen a situation where people, that lady from Canada coming out and explain how she met a Jamaican man. When she met that Jamaican man, that Jamaican man was like a parasite to her. That man spent a lot of money to her, and they really like playing. And so Jamaican, you must tell us, is Jamaican men are very faithful, because most of ladies, they are telling us that Jamaican men, they like going outside their marriage. So you guys, Jamaican, you must come out and tell us, is this a true or false, because we want to really separate this misinformation from the facts, because Jamaica has been known one of the best. And when it comes in terms of their marriage, most of these ladies, they really mad in Jamaica, because Jamaica, apart from having men, Jamaica itself, it has a brand. Jamaica is more than a country, it's just like a spirit. It has really influenced so many people in the world, and most of tourists normally going to Jamaica, and we have witnessed so many people get married to Jamaican man, and they really live their lavish life. So guys, I want you to comment in comment section, how do you really view this video? Is this right thing or it's wrong thing? Because I just want to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching me. This is Global Reaction. Bye for now. See you next.